Do you enjoy watching racing? Do you like to learn behind the scenes of racing? How these legends start? What do their early years look like? Presently, F1 is more popular than ever and it keeps on getting bigger. But there was a show which was released in 2005, long before F1 became so popular. Despite it being in 2005, it managed to capture the emotion behind racing. It does that so beautifully that while watching it for this video, I kept forgetting that I have to write a script. I was so indulged in it that I lost the track of reality, pun intended. That too, it was my second watch through. So without wasting any more time, let's get into it. We're introduced to a father-son duo who are barely making it. The father works multiple shifts to keep the things going, and the kid is kind and hardworking, who does all the house chores along with his studies. Even though Capeta is busy most of the time, it feels like something is missing. Something that gives him joy. Something he wants to work forward for. Something he wants to give his all. Despite no complaints from Capeta, his father knows that he is not happy. So he starts to think what makes him happy. And this is the time it hits him that Capeta loves cars. He gets hold of a beat up car and starts working on it to make it run. Capeta finds it and immediately takes it for a ride with the help of Nabu. While riding, you can see the joy in Capeta's eyes. This was the thing that was missing. This is what he wants to do for the rest of his life. His father really wants him to drive a cart with an engine once. So they managed to get a generator from Boss. At first it seems like Capeta can't even drive it straight, but he works his magic and somehow starts driving it and keeps on improving every lap. This catches the attention of the manager of Auto House Racing, a major player in kart racing, and the mother of Capeta's number one rival, Naomi. Even though this was not a race, it felt like one, a proper way to introduce the rival. After refusing the offer from Auto House Racing, 3 kids and an adult with no money makes a team, Team Capeta, which turns out to be better than Ferrari's pit wall. After winning his first race, Capeta goes on to win for 4 years straight, all this time driving inferior machinery. He's a genius, and yet somehow Naomi is nowhere to be seen. The dynamic between Nobu and Capeta is one that people should take note of. I profoundly remember someone telling me that you don't need a team to shake up the world. You just need 3 peeps who are crazy enough to do whatever it takes to achieve that said dream. Nobu, Monami and Taira fits that perfectly. As for one to succeed, other one has to do his best. People say everyone is at their own journey, but journeys can have same path sometimes, you know. Nobu is working hard to market Capeta to get money for the races coming up, pitching to sponsors, making data sheets that show Capeta's ability. All this needs to be done to succeed in this industry. The anime perfectly captures why it's so hard for people to get into motor racing. Even after winning for 4 years straight, Capeta is driving a 3-year-old kart, which is at its last leg. The last kart race is something that shows how much Capeta loves the sport, how much he wants to win this race, which would allow him to compete further. He breaks his ribs and faints right after the race, but in the process, he pulled something that has never been seen in racing history. He not only shocks the crowd, but his number one rival too, who says, and I quote, "I did not know you can drive a kart like that." Right after the race, it looked like this is the end. All those years of hard work mean nothing, but Nabu comes in clutch and gets Capeta an audition for Formula Stella. While all this is going on, the show is giving us banger races after races. They're also making sure to explain technical things like how tires matter, engines, etc. In racing, corners go fast and you can't catch every detail, but this anime makes sure to explain, explore and animate every corner as memorable as possible. In true Capeta fashion, he gets into Formula Stella, and where his rival Naomi is already dominating, but fate has something else for them as Naomi has to leave for another testing. Capeta's teammate, after posting the fastest time in qualifying, wrecks his car. Team orders come into action and Capeta's car is given to number one driver of the team, whereas Capeta has to drive a backup car. At high level, setup matters a lot and Capeta's backup car is not ready. But as they say, a diamond is a chunk of coal that did well under pressure. Capeta, who has been driving at a disadvantage all this time, evolves again, and while doing, leaves the competition behind. Capeta has the ability to hype up the crowd, which is rare in motorsports, as some races can be snooze fest. Looking at you F1 2020 season, we have heard how some drivers come out of nowhere and starts to win everything. Well, this is a story of one such driver. To me, Capeta is a journey to achieve dreams.